You say hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, not too worried about not
sure about the camera.
the camera. So these are
Pinot Noir.
Pinot.
We've probably got about 25% Pinot and 75 Chardonnay.
And Chardonnay and Pinot, early ripening. So
Yeah.
well, they're nicely in bloom at the moment.
Early ripening, and so I mean, I guess for the last few years we've had really mild autumns. You know, we could have probably ripened other more later ripening varieties like Shiraz and Cabernet, and but typically I think in an average year you would struggle to ripen Shiraz, I think, around here.
Yeah.
And you probably wouldn't get the expression in the wine that you would in a much warmer climate.
You've only got these about 4 feet apart.
Metre
apart.
spacings within the row.
Yeah.
And the rows themselves are, we'll go for a walk around.
Yeah.
The rows themselves are 3 metres apart.
Oh, okay. 3 metres. Yeah.
Essentially because of the tractor width. I mean, I'm using existing machinery and tractors, and that was the main reason there. If you had the money to go and buy a small tractor, a narrow tractor, I would have put them closer together. Yeah.
Well, I've just been reading a book on biodynamic wine by this Frenchman who's had a vineyard for, well, his family's had a vineyard for about 800 years or whatever. It's been a vineyard for that long. Yeah. And he's talking of, he uses horses.
Oh, really?
He uses tractors too, but on the old parts it's narrower, and it's just horse width. Grey box at the ends, and
I mean, they're probably a bit of an overkill. They're quite sturdy, but
I was wondering if I'd get away with star posts and things like that, but
yeah, you could. You probably could get away with star posts. Your trouble is, if you've got a round planting row, then there's going to be some limitation on the tension that you can put.
I was thinking of putting posts about every 10 feet.
Yep. But if you're pulling a wire through those posts, the trellis is going to want to lean in a bit. Yeah. In straight rows, of course, all your weight is this way. Yeah. And this end assembly is designed to take that weight.
Yeah.
If you've got a round
thing, it won't.
It'll all want to fall in.
Well, I may just have to put more things in. That's all right.
This is now Chardonnay here.
Oh, okay.
And the rest of this block here is Chardonnay. And we pick this fruit in this older block for still wine production, Chardonnay and Pinot, and we do some rosé, Pinot Noir rosé. And the other block, which we'll walk around, the other block is...
I bought some Pinot Noir rosé recently.
Did you enjoy it?
Didn't really think much of it.
Was it dry style?
I don't know what it... Well, it was... Yeah. And do you do all that production here, or do you send it off somewhere?
No, we've got a couple of other... We've got 2 wineries like contract.
Okay.
One makes our sparkling wine, and the other makes our still wines.
I have heard of Cote Williams.
We make a lot of sparkling wine, and our still wines are made over at Cogles Creek, which is over sort of south of Clunes.
Alright. But I was also amused in this book on the Australian wines, saying that most of the early vineyards were mainly just put in to produce home wine for the house.
Oh, okay. Offers a bit of a hobby, really, but...
Well, that's all I'm doing too.
It's, we harvested 20 tonne fruit off this last year.
Oh, okay.
So it's becoming less of a hobby.
20 tonnes is a lot, yes.
It is, yeah. So these wires, I haven't lifted these wires up yet, but you see it sort of lifts the foliage.
Oh I see.
up there,
Yeah,
which also helps with spray coverage. I need to try and get some
yeah.
before you get what they call sort of fruit closure.
Oh,
You know, when the bunch becomes quite tight.
yeah.
It's important to try and get some sulphur. In particular, we have powdery mildew. Actually, every vineyard has powdery mildew pretty much. Try and get some sulphur coverage to prevent the mildew.
Yeah, I know reading the biodynamic book he had some other way of doing it rather than using sulphur.
Rather than using sulphur. It is questionable. I mean, there's some pushes to remove sulphur from the sort of allowable fungicides or products, I guess. So
Yeah.
I'm concerned, I guess, if they didn't remove it, we might have some terrible powdery mildew problems. There's that vine moth caterpillar there.
Oh, I see.
Very good.
He's on.
He's on.
He should be on. Okay, let's see what he's doing. He's a big thing, isn't he?
Mm.
Yeah.
The moth is black. It's a black
Yeah.
moth with some white sort of marking. And they lay their eggs and out they hatch, and they tend to, in large numbers, they tend to sort of defoliate the vine.
Mm. So what do you do for them? Just
Well, there's the product of these BT sprays, these
Yeah.
bacterial sprays,
right.
that you spray on the foliage, and those caterpillars, when they eat the foliage, they get a sort of a wog in the stomach.
It looks like something foreign in here, doesn't it?
So
That
we can.
this one.
Oh yes, yeah, that's a
It shouldn't be here.
slender thistle.
Yes.
Two of those, but we have a lot of weeds here, but we hosted a field day here a few months back and had a lot of conventional growers here.
Oh yeah.
We were walking down this row, in fact, and I could hear a couple of them saying, "Oh, I couldn't handle this, all this."
Well, the
all this
biodynamic,
weed,
the
all this-"
biodynamic people say the thistles are perfectly okay because they actually take nutrients right down further into the ground, and they're okay. So
I mean, it's a lot of it's sort of it's the visual thing for lots of people, but all I do here is slash the vineyard.
yeah,
And 2 years ago I put out some mulch, which you can see is still
around.
sort of more
Yeah,
evident down the other road here. But I mean, mulching is really effective. And if you're establishing a new vineyard, the one thing I guess that I've learned is the importance of getting your weeds under control. If your young vines have to compete with an established sort of grasses,
yeah,
they'll really struggle. It'll take years to get established. So I guess if I was doing things again, I'd make sure that I got much better weed control in the first year.
yeah. Go around and mow it for a start.
Well, mowing it is okay, but mowing doesn't really reduce that competition.
No,
It really just cuts it off. Just another disorder,
yeah,
it's called blister mite.
right,
If you turn the leaf over,
yeah,
there are little tiny mites in
Yeah.
there that it's not a big problem, but occasionally I'll put a little bit of sulphur on those. They don't like sulphur. But unfortunately some other mites also don't like sulphur, and some of those mites are beneficial. So.
yeah, they are, aren't they? So you'll top your 20 tonnes this year.
Oh, possibly, yeah. I'm going to do some bunch thinning this year and put that fruit, which will be quite sour, like the juice will be sour, into verjuice. Do you use verjuice at all?
No.
For cooking and
No, not really.
sour grape juice.
Oh, okay.
This block here now, this is a younger block, and this we pick this fruit into and put it into champagne.
Right.
Not allowed to call it champagne, are we?
No, not allowed to call it Burgundy, are they?
We call ours Hepburn.
Hepburn, okay.
Captain's Creek, named after Captain John Hepburn. He had the early run here. He had 30,000 acres all around here. His early run. It's Smeaton House, which is about 5 or 6 kilometres this way.
Yeah.
And he owned this land, of course.
What sort of price was the land here?
Hasn't been too many sort of recent sales. It's fairly well held, but in the order of $2,000 to $3,000 an acre.
It's about the same price as the land.
Around the land, yeah.
Yeah. So you really just have these at each end of the row and going all the way
Yeah, no,
through.
these end assemblies are just to take the weight so you can strain the wires off.
Yeah.
How do you brace them though?
Well, they're braced with the wires here. See,
Yeah.
there's different ways of constructing
doing
end assemblies, and
Oh yes, I
these
see.
posts don't last.
Oh, you've got
but,
two posts there, yeah.
As you pull on here, it's pushing against there, which is in turn pulling against the base of there. Like that's how it works, in a sense. But you can alternatively put that, rather than running that parallel, you can run it down like that to the base of that one. So when you pull there, it's pushing into the bottom of that post. Some vineyards will just have one post, and they'll drive a post right into the ground here, and just strain off that.
Yeah.
You can buy gadgets now that actually screw into, like posts that will screw into the soil, and you can strain off them.
Now, I've noticed in the phone book, yes, you can get all sorts of equipment, but there's nowhere that advertises you can actually buy the vines.
Yeah, not locally.
No.
Are you looking for some supplies, are you?
Oh yeah, I will be.
If you were looking at sort of Sunraysia
Oh, okay, up there. Yeah.
along the Murray, you'll find countless numbers of nurseries.
Okay, good.
In fact, I could give you like the Grape Grower magazine that I subscribe to.
Yeah.
They have
Being up there. Oh, that's good.
see, this is what those caterpillars do.
Yeah. Well, that's not very helpful, is it?
But I fixed them up. That dipel. Dipel worked.
Murdered them all. Okay. Except for that last one.
Oh, I missed that one. Yeah.
If it's only a couple, it really is well diluting the solutions. We've come from the vines into the tree area where we have nut trees and
Nuts and mixed vegetables. There's pumpkins and snow peas, beans, onions, tomatoes. Sort of growing in between the alleys or the rows of apples, and there's some almonds and nashi pear, walnuts. And the next block
walnuts
down-
I wasn't too happy with because they always put a poison into the soil
Do they?
from their roots. A bit like pine trees do, I suppose.
Okay.
something called dugong. And that's why things won't live around near them.
Few lettuce.
Lettuce, yes.
Tomatoes and onions.
No, there's the chestnuts, aren't they?
No, they're nashi pears.
Oh, nation pears, oh, okay.
These ones. Yeah, these are nashi pears. They're loaded. Look at them.
Yeah. A good year for it.
Not really into nashi pear myself. I don't know.
No.
Do you like?
Never had one. Never heard
They're
of
like
them.
they're a really hard pear. Like
Oh,
they're
okay.
quite sort of
Okay.
crunchy pear. Yeah.
What's this? What's this?
Now these are walnuts, aren't they?
Are they? Walnuts? Doesn't look like the walnut tree. Oh no, walnuts, yes. No. No, walnuts have got a different leaf on them.
Have they? I
They've
thought
got a
this was
funny
walnut.
little walnut.
Perhaps it isn't a walnut.
No, this is...
I'm not the nut expert, as you can see.
No, I think that's a walnut tree. What was it? So, carrots and... Okay. That's what I need to do on my 5 acres, is go and plant it out like this.
Market gardening.
I don't have nice soil like that.
Is your soil like this?
No. No, it's
A bit
much
blacker.
blacker.
Yeah. These are red volcanics, so your volcanics are probably a bit older.
Oh, okay.
These are a bit younger.
Now what have we got here? This is
sweet corn.
sweet corn. It's, yeah.
Sweet corn grown, cultivated on the Orbost Snowy River Flats. The sweetest of corn you've ever tasted.
Oh, okay.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beans,
Hmm.
snow peas.
Yep. And you've got plenty of irrigation running around, but do you have to use it much?
Oh yes, yep.
Yeah.
This year we've been pretty lucky. We've had some good rains.
Oh, we've had so much rain at the land. It's just
Oh, you have too. You copped that really bad.
all the hail and everything.
Didn't you have 5 or 6 inches in 1 week?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. And it was after I put all the trees and things in, so it was good.
Oh, well, that worked well. Isn't it?
Ah, okay, this is where our hazelnuts are. Yes, they are.
Well, this is actually a chestnut here. This one.
Yep, that's a chestnut. All the spikes on them.
We've sort of got total canopy closure here. We've got no grass underneath at all.
Yeah. These ones are the hazelnuts.
These
there
are
are.
hazelnuts, yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know much about them, but I mean,
Oh, they'll drop all the nuts to the ground,
yeah,
and
they
then
sort
you
of
can
drop to
pick
the
them.
ground. We pick them off the ground, but they seem to be a bit close planted here. They might have been better if they were further apart, perhaps. I don't know.
Well, it's about... No, the guy up in where I got mine from, he had them planted a bit like this, but
About 5 metre by 5 metres,
Yeah.
roughly. 5 or 6 metres.
same as I've done, about 5. Well, I've even put mine closer.
Have
But
you?
then I've only got 1 row, I don't have extra rows.
Oh, okay.
But these seem to have come together too much.
Yeah, well, total closure of the canopy shoulder, mate. Oh.
Hmm.
Another one there,
Yeah.
These are all walnut, come to this one.
Yes, they're walnuts, I think. They look a bit like the trees I've got. Yeah. That's an almond.
Right, we've never had a lot of almonds. Yeah, that's almond. This is almond over here.
Oh, yeah, up there. The
Can
fruit
you
at the
zoom in
top.
on that?
I can actually, if I try. Except light. Now I can zoom in on them. They're almonds.
But I don't think they're not the best maintained almonds. They're sort of been pruned, looked after, a little bit of disease too though.
Yes, they seem to be covered in stuff, don't they?
Yeah. Stone fruit here, we've got some nectarines.
Yeah, they're the ducks, the Peking ducks. So if the next generation are organic, does that mean these are chemical and drug?
Well, I mean they were bought when they were like that big, and they've been fed organic grain
Yeah, they'll be fine.
ever since. We bought 100 of them from Wangaratta, and they come down on a train in a big box, big cardboard box. And surprisingly, we've still got close to 100.
Oh, it's like the guy who does the hazelnut trees. He just packs them all up into bags, bare root, and sends them out in the post.
We've got.
But I collected mine.
Oh, okay. We've got
Now, this is an almond tree.
This is a chestnut.
Chestnut? Oh, this too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no chestnut. Yeah. I'm just going on the leaves. I'm getting my leaves confused. I'll have to go and check all my leaves a bit more closely.
Hang on, Lockie. We've got a number of these Marama dogs. Marama dogs.
No,
They're
never
a
heard.
guard dog,
Okay.
bred to protect goats and ducks and
Oh, okay.
other poultry and sheep and what have you. And so without them, the foxes would clean up these.
No, yeah, no problem. The apples. Jonathan's. And
John, got a good Jonathan there. I don't know where they expelled them. It's nothing like a Jonathan, a good apple.
Yeah. So we're losing lots of old varieties, aren't we?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yes, they tried to combine them with something else, I think.
it'll be the chimney, the cellar door, visitor facility.
Yeah. The roof and the chimney is the only thing worth keeping.
I think so. And even the roof will have to be replaced in 20 years.
Character. How
Nice
old
and
it is.
Yeah.
And some chips. Yeah.
I don't think it's as old as me.
But that tree probably is.
I don't know, I reckon it would be pushing it.
It looks like a flamethrower out the back.
The title.
Who's got it? Who knows?
The dogs.